My expectations were low because this is modern Nintendo we're talking about, but holy fuck! I never expected a Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remaster or remake to actually be made. I always thought that a Thousand Year Door remake would have been under, say, the Nintendo Switch online expansion pack via the GameCube library. Assuming Nintendo actually has the balls to make a GameCube library for this fucking shitty online service. God, I miss playing Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. But here's the thing, this isn't the only W Nintendo has actually made most recently, as most recently Nintendo has filed a patent for a Hall effect-like joystick for hypothetically the Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch or a hypothetical Nintendo Switch successor of some kind. Now you might be saying, well, Nintendo finally listened to their fans, and that means it's all sunshine and glitters on Nintendo's behalf, we can all just go home and stop bitching about it, right? Well, no. The thing is that these are things that Nintendo did most recently. Recently, years later. 6 years into the Switch's lifespan. What I'm saying is that it is a little risque that a lot of this stuff happens much, much later, even though the average corporation would have done it either right away or sooner than what Nintendo is doing now. Because may I remind you, Joy-Con drift was an issue ever since the console was released. And as for Paper Mario, we were expecting at least something like Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door to be on Nintendo Switch because, well, a lot of people didn't like Sticker Star and Color Splash or whatever. So the question is, why are these two massive W's for Nintendo took so long to release or produce or whatever? Well, I guess my theory is that Nintendo is a lot more of a union company, meaning more for the people rather than the product. I mean, Iwata literally cut out some of his checks and gave it to some of his employees back then, so that's pretty much evident enough. Another theory that I have in mind is that the Nintendo Switch, in a technical sense, is still technically a new thing. I'm not talking about portability being a new thing, as the Steam Deck and other copycats have definitely existed for pretty much about a few months or even years, and it's still a pretty damn impressive system hardware-wise compared to the Switch. But the Switch is a new concept in hindsight because of the many different things it can do that the Steam Deck couldn't do, for lack of a better example. The Switch has definitely had hiccups here and there, and it's kind of a no surpriser because almost every console is like that. My point is that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Every time there's a massive L, there's a massive W. However, that also works vice versa. Every time there's a massive W, there's a massive L to behold. But I don't know. Nintendo is a little confusing that way, but that's totally fine. Almost every company is like that. Also, filing patents for better hardware for your hardware is pretty tough. I never filed a patent for anything or for any console or hardware or whatever that I've worked with, assuming if ever, but I can understand how much of a hassle it could be to sign up a deal with different companies to do this and that and so on and so forth to get this and that and all so forth. So yeah, that's basically my theories or 2 cents on why it takes a long time for Nintendo to give or receive W's. Don't take my word for it, this is just my opinion. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this is a massive W? Do you think that this is a massive L disguised as a W in hindsight? Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that other fancy junk.